Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Nagma's Tech World. Today we are going to understand one of the most important concepts in software development, the difference between a library and a framework. I'm sure by the end of this video you will know exactly what a library is, exactly what a framework is, and most importantly the one core idea that separates them forever. But before that, I have a small challenge for you. I'm going to say three names, okay? And I want you to tell me that library or a framework. NumPy, Django, React. Just think about it, okay? Now, were you confident about all three? Or did at least one of them make you pause? If you paused even once, you are in the right place today. Because honestly, this confusion is extremely common even among people who have been coding for years. The terms library and framework get mixed up all the time, okay? And when you don't understand the difference clearly, it affects how you learn, how you pick tools, and how you talk about your work. So today we are going to fix that permanently. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what a library is, exactly what a framework is, and most importantly, the one core idea that separates them forever. So let's get started. Let's understand what is a library. A library is a collection of ready-made code, functions, classes, tools that you can use in your program instead of writing everything from scratch. Here, you call the library, you use it when you need it, and you are always in control. In Python, libraries comes in two types, and this is important to understand, okay? The type 1 is built-in libraries. When you install Python, you don't just get the language, you also get a whole set of built-in tools that are ready to use immediately. For these tools, no installation is needed. For example, if you need to do math calculations, there's the math module, okay? If you need to work with dates, times, there's the date and time module. And if you need random numbers, there's the random module as well. And if you need to work with your computer's files and folders, there's the OS. All of this together make up what we call the Python standard library, okay? They come with Python, you just import and use them. Then what are third party libraries? These are created by developers around the world, okay, who build their own libraries and share them publicly. They do not come with Python, you must install them manually using a tool called pip. For example, if you need NumPy library, you will say pip install NumPy. If you need pandas library, you will say pip install pandas. These are extra tools here, okay? They both are libraries, but the only difference is whether they come with Python or you have to get them yourself. One small thing to know, this part confuses a lot of beginners. In Python, there are three levels: library, module, function. Okay, a library is a big collection. Inside a library, there are modules. These are files for one topic. Okay, inside each module, there are functions. These do specific tasks. So, technically, when someone says use the random library, they actually mean the random module which is inside the standard library. So in real work environment, developers use these words loosely in conversation. Okay, now let's talk about frameworks. Before we understand the definition, let me give you one small example. Okay, imagine you want to build a website, not just a basic HTML page, but a real application where users can sign up, log in, click on things, and get real responses. Now think about this. Where do you even start? If you build everything from scratch, you would need to create a server, handle user requests, manage URLs, send responses, and handle errors, and take care of security, right? That's a lot of work, and it's not even your main goal. You just want to build your application, right? This is exactly the problem that frameworks solve here. A framework is a pre-built structure for building applications. It's saying pre-built structure. It means it already handles the server, it already manages URLs, it already has tools for databases, security, and error handling. So instead of starting from scratch, you start with a ready made foundation. You come in and focus only on what makes your application unique. The frameworks takes care of everything else. I said earlier that with a library you are in control, right? You decide when and how to use it. But with a framework, that control change, and this is called inversion of control. It means the framework controls the flow of the program. It runs the application and calls your code when needed. You don't run the framework runs your application. That is why so many clients are in real world people and developers use frameworks. Now, one more important thing is a library is very flexible. You can use something like NumPy library anywhere inside a web app like Django, inside Flask, or even in simple Python script. It does not force you to follow any rules. You use it the way you want. But in a framework is more structured. When you use something like Django, you have to follow its way of doing things. It already has rules, structure, and a system in a place, and you work inside that system. That's the main difference between a library and a framework. Now, I asked you at the beginning NumPy, Django, React, a library or a framework. So, NumPy is a library, you call it whenever you need math operations. Django is a framework, it controls the structure of your entire web app. React officially a library, but in large projects it behaves like a framework. That's a topic for another video. Okay, if this video give you clarity, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps this channel to grow. Share this video with a friend and subscribe to Nagma's Tech World so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.